Hey guys, it's Derek. I want to do a little guitar lesson. I don't really do these at all, but I kind of did realize like, oh, I actually kind of know some stuff about guitar. Maybe I should try to teach other people about that. But the main thing right now I want to teach you is like, so there's different ways of visualizing pentatonic scales. So I personally, whenever I teach someone the pentatonic scale, I mainly try to get them to realize like, this isn't a scale, it's more of an arpeggio, because, so like, already we're getting the theory, right? So say I have an F sharp minor chord. So with the roots, or the notes in an F sharp minor chord, we have F sharp, A, C sharp, and then F sharp, A, C sharp, E, back to F sharp. So that's 1, minor third, 5, flat 7, 1. Now the pentatonic scale, the notes in the pentatonic scale are literally just 1, flat 3, and we go to 4. 4 is an extra chord tone, really, if you really think about it, because if I have an F sharp minor 11 chord, so that's 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7, and then the 11th is just the 4th of an octave. So that's the 4th right there, it's the 4th sound. The 4th in F sharp is B. So it's really just an arpeggio. And I obviously beginners would make the mistake, but they would think like, they're not conceptualizing it in like the proper way. So if I have F sharp, that's why you can do all these embellishments, because the F sharp minor pentatonic is an arpeggio. It's not a scale, it's an arpeggio. And the reason why that's so helpful is because like if I have let's say I have a progression, I'm gonna try to write in a progression. Actually no. If I go, so let's say we have F sharp minor. Let's go to B sharp, or not B sharp, let's go to B. So that's a 2-5-1. I should have just said 2-5-1, but if we have a 2-5-1, I can use the minor pentatonic scale in each chord. So if I have a, see, like I can make lines. If you just really, because in diatonic chord progressions, you don't have any extra notes besides the notes that are already in the chords. So you can just use the minor pentatonic scale on everything. So I can use F sharp minor pentatonic on the F sharp chord. And then we have, if you have to go to the relative minor, but I also just kind of think like, okay, major pentatonic. So B major pentatonic and then E major pentatonic. Because it's not a scale, it's an arpeggio. So I can go like, see, like you can just kind of make lines like once you understand the actual like shapes of the pentatonic scales, you just kind of connect them and it makes lines in this really like cool way. So if I have a, oh shit, not like that, but kind of see that. All right, I wasn't really doing a good example there, and then part 2 of this lesson is if I have a F sharp minor chord, because of the fact that these are just arpeggios, if any chord that's diatonic to F sharp minor you can also play the pentatonic scale of that. So if I have F sharp minor, the chords in F sharp minor are F sharp minor, and then G sharp half diminished to A major, then B minor, C sharp minor, D major 7, E7, then back to F sharp. So if I have an F sharp, I can play a B minor pentatonic. And I can play a C sharp minor pentatonic. And I can also play, well, those are, see, like that's the 4 and the 5, you can play those pentatonics. You can also play the major pentatonic, so the relative major of F sharp is obviously A, so you can play the A major pentatonic, so. You can also play the D major pentatonic, and then the E major pentatonic. Which is really cool because you're adding such a cool flavor. If I have, all right, now we're gonna switch keys. If I have E major 7, and I play a B major, all right, yeah, a B major pentatonic. If I play B major, it creates a much more of an outside sound because I'm using, like, if you're thinking chord tones, you have 5, 5, 3, 2, major 7. So you're dancing around the tonic kind of. So you got 5, 1, no shit. 5, 3, 2, 1. And then 6, 5. So you have every note that's, well, you have most of the notes that's not the tonic. So it creates this really outside feel, which I really like. And then that's kind of another cool thing is, like, I'm kind of just geeking out now. You can tap. If you tap, like, if I have G sharp, if I have an E major 7 chord, I'm adding the 9th in this. I can tap the notes of a G sharp minor pentatonic. And it creates a really cool sound. Like if I have a A major 7, and I can add C sharp minor pentatonic. And that's just like, the whole tapping thing, that's not very common, but like, you kind of see what I'm saying? Like, you're creating a really cool outside feel whenever you're using those pentatonics. And it's also, I feel it's a way better way to visualize modes too, because modes, like, how am I trying to say this? So if I have an F sharp to B, so that's obviously a Dorian progression. So if I'm thinking, all right, F sharp Dorian is the same as E major, because Dorian's the second mode. So if I go to E and I just play the E major pentatonic, I did it wrong, but kind of see that. Like, I wasn't really playing in the E major pentatonic, but I'm playing the chord tones of an E major scale. I kind of just got carried away there, but kind of see what I'm saying is, like, the pentatonic scale, just treat it as an arpeggio and just kind of understand, like, you can create some really cool outside sounds whenever you're using chords that are like diatonic chords to the chord you're playing. Play the pentatonic scale of that and it creates a really cool sound. Anyway, that was my lesson. I hope it kind of, I know I wasn't like, this is the first time I've done this. I'm just trying to get my voice out there a little bit better, so.